What life hacks have you tried that actually worked? It's way better to pour oil or other liquids from those square-shaped containers in the way that seems backwards, where the opening is at the top of the container. Video example with timestamp. It makes a huge difference in preventing glugging. It also lets you tip the bottle further before oil starts coming out, which prevents spillage. I learned the other day that, when trying to touch your toes, you should focus on touching your head to the ground rather than fingers to toes. It added a few inches of stretch with no other effort. Congratulations, you just caused several thousand people to get up from wherever they were sitting and bend over to touch their toes. It does kinda work though. First thing in the morning when you wake up, drink a big glass of water, leave it on your nightstand. Walk outside and get like a minute of fresh air while looking at the sky. Obviously, depending on weather, 100% works better for quickly waking you up and consistently as opposed to groggily chugging down coffee. Seriously, give it a try. Swirling the liquid in a bottle you need to empty fast creates a vortex that lets the air in and the liquid out without all that messy glug glug noise. I do this when I'm cleaning lab materials. Wow, I don't know why it never occurred to me to do this. Trying it in lab as we speak lol. Blinking fast for a minute to help fall asleep at night. Read it in another post. Tried it out one night when I couldn't sleep, and I was fast asleep within 3 minutes, guessing because I fell asleep quickly. Another one I heard and have used on many occasions when I haven't been able to fall asleep at my usual fast pace. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds, then breathe out through your mouth for 8 seconds. Won't take many times of doing this before you are out. At the start of the year 1, flip all my clothes hangers around so they're facing the wrong direction. As I wear random items, I'll flip it back to the normal direction. If by the next year 1 haven't worn something, I know I never will. And so I donate anything that's still flipped backwards. I need this. Just usually one day I go and try everything on and make a lot of laundry and also get rid of a lot of stuff. Leaving my keys on stuff I need to remember, USB drive, medicine I need to take with me to work, that book I borrowed and need to return. The quickest way to cool the inside of your car down is to open one door. Then go to the opposite side and open and close it a few times. This forces the hot air out and draws the cooler air in. I have a black car with black interior, and a few weeks ago when the high was 94 and it had been sitting in the sun for 6-7 hours, I tried this before getting in, and holy hell, it worked better than I could have ever imagined. I had heard about this before but never tried it. Won't work in as it's all hot air. There was a post not too terribly long ago where a op said something about the extra linen in the front of male underwear, boxers being used to absorb the drops of piss after you pee. A comment under that explained that if you actually put pressure on your taint, just press on it, it will squeeze out any extra piss. I am 32, and I feel like I just learned how to pee properly as a male. This is not what I was expecting. I am utterly shocked and disgusted and I can't wait to get home to try it. Is it acceptable to do it at work? Edit, tried it at work, urinal body didn't notice, no urine on my leg. 5. Yes, you don't have to get fully naked. Just whip out the D and B, take your piss and when you are done, press up on your taint area. It will squeeze out the last 5-6 drips. That way you aren't standing there another 60 seconds or B, letting it drip in your boxers. Yuck. I'll share the ones I use, both, coincidentally, involving a damp paper towel. Before reheating bread in the microwave, wrap it in a damp paper towel. It won't be chewy at all and is actually quite delicious. It's not as good as a toaster oven but it works great in a pinch. If you want to quickly cool a beverage without adding ice, that is beer, wrap a damp paper towel around the bottle and stick it in the freezer for a few minutes. The paper towel will freeze quickly and chill the beverage quicker. I tested this with a wrapped beer and an unwrapped beer and the wrapped was cold and delicious while the unwrapped had barely gotten any colder. My son and I ride our bikes to fireworks displays, sports events, outdoor movies and park events. When the events are over, we ride past massive traffic jams and get home in 10 minutes while everyone else is stuck in traffic for an hour. If the event is far away from home, load up our bikes and we drive to a location a few miles from the event and ride in, then ride back out. We make sure to be extremely careful. We don't trust anybody. We feel like geniuses when we do this. When you're moving, take a big trash bag and put the clothes you have on hangers in the trash bag without taking them down first. Then tie the trash bag around the hanger hooks. Now you have 10-20 articles of clothing still on their hangers but bagged up ready to move to your new clothing rack in your new house. Once you've moved, you can just take your bags of clothes, hang them back up, remove the trash bag, and voila, no more hanging, folding, packing, unfolding, and hanging back up. Plus, wrinkle-free. Use a couple of coffee filters to clean a mirror if you don't want streaks. Paper towels first to get most of the cleaner off, then go back over it with coffee filters before it dries. I just used this hack to clean the top of the copier at work. Copies were coming out with streaks. This was literally 15 minutes ago. Your username is getting more and more accurate with all the tricks you're learning from this thread. Wetting a latex glove, or rubber glove, and wiping down upholstery to get pet hair off. My husband is a dentist and we have a box of medical gloves at home. I use one of those, running my hand first back and forth, then in circles, over our upholstered furniture. We have 3 cats, and it works so much better than vacuuming. My god. I need to try this. I have a very fluffy dog and we're reaching critical mass on number of loose hairs in our home. For the ladies, if your mascara is drying up, put a few drops of saline solution in the tube. It'll last a lot longer. Sugar cures a burnt tongue. For mosquito bites, run a spoon under hot water for about 30 seconds. Then press the spoon to the bite. No more itching. Pour pancake mix into an old ketchup bottle for no mess pancakes. If you frequent a zoo, notice the color the employees wear and match it next time you go. The animals will come right up to you. About the only one I use all the time is the roll the bottom of the chip bag to make the bag of chips bowl-like. I'll do this if it's just the brothers and close friends hanging out. We'll get fancy and use a bowl if we have real company though. I don't know if it was ever on Life Hacks, but also once you're halfway through a bag of chips I cut the top half of the bag off with scissors so I don't have to reach deep into the bag. Dress for the job you want. At my first real office, cubicle, job, they would sometimes send me, the new guy, back to work in the warehouse for a few hours. I started wearing better clothes, preferably light-colored ones, mostly purchased at Goodwill. For the next week, when they sent me back, I'd return with my clothes pretty much ruined. I didn't say a word, just got back to work. After a week, they quit sending me. After a few months, I got a good performance review and a private office. I still tried to dress just a bit better than the people around me, but I don't have to shop at Goodwill anymore. Cheering myself on in the mirror. It sounds dumb, but I was at a low point, and I started telling myself good things about me, and it, slowly, changed the way I approach things. Edit: if you're new to this and you want to try saying nice things to yourself, just read all the comments below this post to yourself, and see how you feel afterwards. My inbox is full of great self-motivating phrases now. Best day ever. I enjoy having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon, sue me, and since I don't have a butler I have to do it myself. So, most nights before I go to bed, I will lay 6 strips of bacon out on my George Foreman grill, then I go to sleep. When I wake up, I plug in the grill. I go back to sleep again, then I wake up to the smell of crackling bacon. It is delicious, it's good for me. It's a perfect way to start the day. Just watch out when you get up or you'll be wearing a bubble wrap cast the rest of the workday. I never actually saw this posted, just figured it out one day and felt like a genius. If you need to load a 12-pack of cans of pop/water/beer into a fridge, and you don't want to leave them in the box, open one side of the box. Place the box onto the shelf in the fridge wherever you want the cans to be stored, with the opening facing away from you, with the cans standing upright. Now, open the other side of the box, the side facing you, and place your palm against the cans so that it blocks them from moving on the next step. Pull the box toward you, pushing the cans outward, leaving them perfectly in place on the shelf and the box completely empty in one clean motion. Boom! All cans stocked in about 2 seconds with minimal effort and without any annoying box left behind. BTW, it's been a year, but I don't think it's too late for the pun. You opened the box, we can't believe that just came to me.